सब्सक्राइब कीजिए एस्पायर आईएएस चैनल को और बेल आइकन को दबाइए लेटेस्ट वीडियो सबसे पहले देखने के लिए।
Hello everyone, I am Vishal Narwade. I have secured 91 rank this year in the UPSC. Generally we talk about what should be done and what should be studied for Prelims 2020. Now we will talk about the don'ts, what not to do or what to avoid things for prelims. The first important is do not study or revise too much or extra for those subjects which carry the lesser marks in the UPSC, be it like ancient India, medieval India, or the static portion of science and technology. So we have to go for proportionate to the marks. Our effort should be accordingly. Second important is don't compare your preparation with anyone else. Every topper each year has a unique journey of his or her own. So you have to also believe in your way of preparation. Otherwise, if you compare with anyone else, you will compromise with your own priorities and the sequence of preparation. The third important thing is now only 15 days to go for the prelims, so don't read the new things now because syllabus is unlimited. You have to focus and believe in whatever you have read throughout the year. Just revise that. Multiple revisions is the key for success in the prelims. Don't expect that you will be able to cover the 100% syllabus of the prelims, because having this impractical goal for yourself will make you frustrated. You will come under undue pressure for covering more and more syllabus. So remember that UPSC cutoff has gone never beyond 110 except on one occasion. So it means only 55 net questions we have to do correctly, not the 100% questions. Then don't read, revise, remember each and everything in the whatever current affair reading material you study. Again, on the basis of previous year question paper analysis, it shows that some subjects carry more weightage from the current affairs like science and technology or government schemes current affair booklet, or even the environment. From economy we can have some organizations, some economic indexes, reports published, and in IR also we can go for international organization or some important treaties and agreements. So we have to do selectively the current affair. Don't go into the comfortable mode just before the exam. I have seen with my friends that many of them choose the subject of their own comfort just before few days of the prelims. It will not be a rational decision. So try as much as you can to have your own sequence not getting disturbed as exam approaches. Don't stay in the coaching test series mode till the last day of preparation. Otherwise your mind will get tuned to the question paper set by the coaching and not as per the UPSC paper. So in the last week at least we should go for the UPSC previous year question paper so that you get tuned to yourself for the UPSC question paper. Don't rush for solving the maximum number of prelims question papers. I have my friends who have solved 100 plus question practice paper for the prelims, yet they have not been able to qualify. My point is that the learning from solving the prelims question paper is more important than how many practice papers you solve. So selectively choose as per your own need the subject in which you think you are weak, and 2-3 full syllabus question papers you can solve, but don't make it that every day you have to solve each and every question paper. Then if you talk about on the exam day, don't panic if on the first page you are not able to attempt even a single question. Generally happen that when we initially, suppose I got set C and initially some questions I am not able to solve, they get fumbled and then randomly we start from the middle of the question paper. Don't do that. Have your own sequence from 1 to 100, read that sequence. Otherwise what will happen? You will lose your both confidence as well as time. Believe that UPSC come up with the balanced question paper inclusive of all subjects. Next important thing is, don't be overconfident about the prelims. This is especially true for the candidates who have got selected this year and then trying to improve their rank, so they are again appearing for the prelims. As I was earlier in the IRS and Indian Police Service, I have gone through that phase. On that basis of experience, I will say that every year is a fresh year, competition is new, prelims is very uncertain, so you have to be confident but don't be overconfident about the prelims. Then don't take CSAT for granted. This is especially true for the candidates with the engineering background, science background. There have been examples every year who have got very good marks in the GS, but because of the CSAT they were not able to qualify. Because we do not practice at all for the whole year for CSAT. So solution will be, check yourself. If you solve 2-3 previous year question paper of CSAT, you will get an idea whether you need exclusive preparation for CSAT or not. But don't go unprepared for CSAT. Then on the exam day, don't study in the time duration between the GS and CSAT paper. Generally people do that because our brain has been exhausted in the GS paper, and a very demanding question paper of CSAT is going to come where we have to read a lot, logical reasoning, aptitude, Kant. So our brain need enough rest. Otherwise, many of my friends have faced the issue that in the second half during CSAT paper, they are not able to focus properly. Then don't discuss or search the answers of the GS paper. Don't discuss with your friends after the GS paper. It is a habit for candidates because it may negatively impact your CSAT paper coming soon in just 2 hours. So take proper sleep or you can rest yourself after GS paper and don't go into the race of finding the answers of GS paper. Don't compromise your sleep. Don't compromise your sleep. Especially in the few days just before the exam paper, because it will disturb your sleep schedule, and it will be better that you get tuned to yourself as per the exam time, so that your preparation and your exam solving mind get trained for that. Next is, don't get confused by the multiple strategies which are suggested by the topper. This is not the time to add some additional sources for your preparation. Believe in whatever you have read throughout the year, because that is going to help you to revise again and again. Don't rush for solving unnecessarily very high number of questions in the exam. I think 110 has been the cutoff, means net 55 questions. So anything 85 plus is a very good attempt. Considering the accuracy of every candidate is different. As soon as we start attempting 90 plus questions, I think there is a very high chance of getting negative marks, which will degrade our chances of success. So how you should have to exercise a much needed self-control in the last few questions. Then don't be confused. Don't stay in the confused state of mind with low confidence, because prelims is all about your decision making, your confidence. You have to take a stand in multiple options. If you go into the confused state of mind, you will do so-called silly mistake despite you know the answers. So stay confident. Don't think again about the option while darkening the circles in the OMR sheet. Generally what happens, while solving the question paper, we tick mark the correct option, but when we come back to the OMR sheet, we overthink about that option, and we unfortunately convert the right answer into the wrong answer. So don't do that. Don't go completely into the recall mode only, because this is especially true even in factual questions. In the questions of static subject like history, polity, you can also think on the spot, and logically thinking will help you to reassure that your answer is correct. So train your mind accordingly, that you can think, or you have to think logically also in the questions of factual. Then very importantly, that don't miss the words like always, never, should be, mandatorily, legally binding, or only. Generally, the statements having these words are incorrect. Though there is no any such rule, but the previous year question paper analysis shows that the words, if they are present in these sentences, they will be incorrect. Don't leave the question only because it is completely unknown to you. Give it also a genuine reading, an honest reading. Maybe an elimination technique will help you to get to an answer. So learning is that we how to read all 100 questions. For example, this was a UPSC previous year question paper. It is Chinese traveler, completely unknown question to me, suppose that time in the exam hall. I read it. So extreme sentence, that is sentence 1. The completely immune from robbery. This is extreme sentence, it is incorrect. If you eliminate 1, automatically we get an answer option Bombay, B, 2 and 3 only. So give a genuine reading. Don't spend too much time in darkening the circles in OMR sheet. It needs a practice. Generally we become over cautious and we take a lot of time, even 10 minutes to darken the circles. So we have to practice, don't waste your time. And while darkening, we can talk to ourselves telling that question number 3, C, so that we don't do the mistake while darkening circles. Next important is, don't let the external factors impact you on the day of exam. Be it like the reaching to the exam center, so traveling issues, or the surrounding disturbance in the exam hall. Even invigilators talking to each other may disturb you, but we have to be mentally ready that I have to focus on the question paper irrespective of anything. Increase your patience. Don't spend unnecessarily too much time on unknown questions. We have to do 55-minute question correctly. It means spend your time on the question that you know, apply your knowledge, give less time to unknown questions. Otherwise, you will not have time for the questions you know it. The last but not the least, don't try unnecessarily anything new on the exam day. We have done some preparation and followed some way of solving the question papers throughout the year. Just follow that way, that strategy of solving question paper which has worked for you throughout the year. Unnecessarily trying new will defeat the very hard work that you have done throughout the year. Thank you so much. Hopefully it will help you all. Best wishes for all the candidates which are going to appear this year in the prelims. Thank you so much.